it just beautiful when you come across a player that just embodies everything you want football? Expressiveness, character, confidence, ability, stardom. That's right. There's a boy in Brazil, a 17-year-old, that's putting the Yoga Bonito back in the Yoga Bonito. He's bringing the Yoga Bonito out of Brazil. He's putting the Yoga Bonito back into football. And that is young 17 Palmeiras, soon-to-be Chelsea player, Estevão Willian. But there, let's give him the respect he deserves. His full name, Estevão William Almada de Oliveira Goncalves. Oh, that was a mouthful. But firstly, I just want to flex a little, just allow us to land, allow us to have my moment. And on the 8th of December 2022, when Endrick announced he was moving to Real Madrid, I tweeted out the next boy in line at 15 years old would be Estevão Willian. There's some proof, just some proof right there. So just allow us to have me flowers for one moment. Just off the back of that, I think that alone may deserve a follow. So if you are new here, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because this is a new growing channel that's going to tell you all about the best upcoming Wonder Kids, not only in Europe, not only in South America, but around the world. So if you enjoyed this video, just don't forget to hit the like button at the end. But this video is going to be a little bit different to my older ones. My older ones I did kind of write notes, had bullet points about what I was going to say. But this one, I just want to do it on raw motion, because I think a player like this that comes out of the wilderness just deserves just the utmost respect. So let's give you a little bit of background on Estevão. So he was born on the 24th of April 2007, which makes him 17 at the moment, in Franca, Brazil. He actually began his youth career at the Academy of Cruzeiro in 2017. Following year later, in 2018, at the age of just 10, he signed his first professional contract with Nike, making him the youngest Brazilian to ever do so, surpassing Real Madrid's Rodrigo. He then moved to the youth academy of the famous youth academy, should I say, of Palmeiras on the 6th of May 2021. His first full debut season in 2022, he helped Palmeiras win the Campeonato Paulista Sub-17, Sub-15, the Copa do Brasil Sub-17, and the Campeonato Brasileiro Sub-17. And in the first one I mentioned, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it again, he actually scored a hat-trick, which in the winning 3-0, which secured their second consecutive title in that competition. And then the following year later, on December 7th, 2023, he made his professional debut for Palmeiras at the age of 16 years and 8 months, becoming the club's 4th youngest ever player. So during his youth days, Estevão was given the nickname Messinho because of his comparisons to Messi and Neymar. But this is why Chelsea fans specifically should get excited, because on the 22nd of June 2024, he announced he would be joining Chelsea in the summer of 2025 upon his 18th birthday. I think that in itself just tells you how good this player can be. So what type of player is he? Well, he's a left-footed attacker that predominantly plays on the right wing. He's actually made all his appearances for the senior team of Palmeiras as a right winger. But he definitely brings his character on the pitch. He's confident, he's exuberant, he's expressive. He's very much a street footballer when he plays football, and that's a beautiful thing. But he definitely stands out for his ability on the ball. Estevão is an elite dribbler, elite ball control, elite ball manipulation. He's a two-way dribbler. He can go on the inside, he can go on the outside. He's got immense ability, agility, and balance. He's just got everything you want in a Yoga Bonito footballer. He's fast, skillful, he's manipulative, and he stands out for his ability to lead attacks. But firstly, I want to talk about what he's like off the ball. Well, he's a genius, actually, and I don't think he gets enough credit for this. Now, One thing that you can't quantify in stats is your movement and intelligence of spatial awareness. And I think a 17-year-old that's got so inexperienced like Estevão, his ability to find pockets of space out wide near the touchline where he can isolate his fullback, or coming inside where he can affect the game centrally. And he even said himself he likes to come inside because it allows him to go both ways. And I think that's the dangerous aspect of Estevão. He's got the ability to charge off on his left foot or charge off on his right foot, and he's extremely unpredictable. So in essence, Estevão can be used as a touchline winger where he can isolate his fullback, use either his pace or his trickery to manipulate them and get beyond them, or he also has the tendency to come inside and look at half spaces, rotating and combining with interior fullbacks or interior midfielders. So he's extremely intelligent the way he just moves and manipulates the game out of possession. Just see it now with him, Cole Palmer, Kendrick Paez, just all combining and rotating with each other, cause ultimate confusion for the opposition. So yeah, I'm incredibly excited because there's one thing that I love in football, and that's movement. Movement is a huge part of the game, and what Estevão has shown at the moment is quite exceptional. So what's he like in possession? This is my favourite part about him. As you can see, he's quite slim. He's got quite long limbs for a winger, but he's just a dream in possession. Weaving in and out, ball manipulation, pace, acceleration. La pausa is what Spanishers like to say, with quick stop and start acceleration. He dribbles with his left foot, he dribbles with his right foot. He can go in and out of players. He really breaks ankles. And what I love about it, when he does create that little yard of space, he doesn't hesitate to take a bigger touch to maybe move with a bit more momentum. As an exceptional first touch, brilliant technician, and when you combine that with excellent ball control in body and ball manipulation, makes it extremely difficult for defenders to defend against. When he isolates you in a one-on-one duel, honestly, it's very, very difficult to stop him. And he's able to escape and just drive through channels. But you'll often see him receiving out wide, coming inside on his favourite left foot, and showing his flair, creativity to link up play or create a chance or even score himself. His numbers are exceptional for a young talent. He's creating 5.15 shot creating actions per 90, 0.69 goal creating actions per 90, and the majority of those come after a take on. He's sitting in the 99 percentile, the top 1 percentile for shot creating actions and goal creating actions after a take on. That just goes to show his ability to beat players. Not even one, I'm not even talking about one player, I'm talking about multiple players. His ability to weave himself in and around of traffic, through multiple players, manipulate them all into committing into a challenge before he drops his shoulder and spins off the other way is exceptional. Estevão's undoubtedly a high volume dribbler. Like, he's insane when he's dribbling. I can't emphasize how good he is. He dribbles with intensity. He's full of life, full of confidence. He's a two-way dribbler. He's exceptional. And the best thing about his dribbling is his awareness. His awareness of when to move into space and the anticipation of the opponent's challenge make him an elite dribbler. About his dribbling is he fixes opponents to the spot before darting off the other way. He attacks their front foot, and I always say this about dribblers. If you attack the defender's front foot, that gives them less time, reaction time, and that's exactly what Estevão does. He just moves the ball ever so slightly to the left or to the right and just wiggles his way around them. It's beautiful. Majority of his touches come in the attack in the opponent's half, and especially the attacking third. And that's not surprising with a player like Estevão. He's somebody that wants to make a difference in the attacking third. He always wants to move forward with the ball, always wants to attack. And with his dribbling skills, it's not surprising. I mentioned he usually starts out wide and comes inside, but he's also comfortable receiving in the inside channels too. And that's where most of his combination plays happen. He doesn't make a large amount of passes per game, but when he does, they're normally short and medium length, little 2-1 combinations in and around the box to try and break down low blocks, and he's extremely good at it as well. Because of his vision and his awareness of space, it allows him to combine with teammates, just making 1-2 short combinations just to manipulate him and his team around opponents. For the large parts of games, his link-up play is generally excellent, but the Brazilian's ability to change his body orientation also helps with his link-up play and his dribbling. He's literally elite at dropping his shoulder and just darting off one way. Based on what I've told you, Estevão is perfect for a quick tempo, high intensity transition team, but he also could fit well in a possession-based team because of his ball retention, his ability to beat players, and his ability to link up with teammates in combined areas. Earlier on, I did mention his technique, and when he comes inside, he's got wonderful technique, especially with the shooting aspect, shooting with power, pace, and wonderful accuracy. You can tell he trains it on the training ground, just as this video shows. He's training before the game, but he does it in the game as well, and that is just a wonderful thing for a footballer. One downside of him and his, I wouldn't say arrogance because it's good arrogance, but confidence makes him a very individual player. What I mean by that is sometimes he wants to carry the ball and be the man to make the difference instead of making the smarter choice and maybe passing the ball or playing somebody in. He tries to shoot instead or goes for a cross, which is a harder ball to make. So sometimes his maturity and his final decision making can let him down, but that you expect that from a 17-year-old that's had what, a handful of games at senior level. When I say he's a strong technical player, he actually is, and it supports his shooting technique and his passing technique. He takes set pieces. We've seen him score penalties. We've seen him he's comfortable taking corners, free kicks, no matter the distance. Even when he's putting the ball into the box, he's generally all round very precise and accurate with his free kicks, his deliveries into the box. Another aspect I like about Estevão is his willingness and his determination to get in the box. When the ball's on the other side, he generally makes good late runs into the box. He makes good runs in behind as well. So it just gives Chelsea, when he does eventually sign for them, a different dimension of more bodies into the box that are capable of making a difference. Because of the way he's just burst on the scene and literally lighten up the world, it's easy to forget he is only 17 years old. So he does come with weaknesses and room for improvement. And like I say, I don't want to take his enthusiasm and Yoga Benito out of him, but I think sometimes he does try a little bit too much on the dribble, trying to beat that extra man rather than just playing in a teammate, or he tries the harder ball, tries to impress too much. So that can easily be taught out of him, although he very generally, on the general aspect, is very mature on the ball. And that's one thing I really like about him. But his physicality also needs improving. I think he tries to use his body well. You can see him holding off defenders, using his arms to try and fight off defenders, which is very good. But I just think he needs that a bit more physicality. So over the course of his career, he will learn to use his body a lot better. He will start to fill out his body, but just at the moment, that is a weakness. And obviously, aerially, he's not very good aerially, so that's something that you'll want to look at if he is to arrive late at back posts and things like that. That's just little tweaks that can be made. But these are things that you can generally coach into him, which is a good thing. But in all-roundedness, you're really getting an elite level footballer. But I think, unlike most footballers his age, I think Estevão knows what it takes to make that step up. I think the maturity, he had the weight in his shoulders, and he's took to senior football like fluid, like he's literally just like waves of water. He's so fluid, he's so confident, he's competitive, he's good on the dribble, He's literally got a very good mentality, and that's not something you can always give to a young player coming out of Brazil. What I'm trying to say is he will make mistakes. He will have rawness in his game, but that's expected. But he's on his way to become an elite top footballer. And if he continues this trajectory that he's on at the moment, there's no reason why in future he can't win Ballon d'Ors. But in terms of his Chelsea profile, I've got no doubt he will be one of the first names on the team sheet for Chelsea Football Club. And Chelsea fans, get excited, be happy, just generally look forward to the future, because when you're bringing players like this to the club, you've got to have, football would be boring without excitement and hope. And this is somebody that can take you from a Champions League club to winning the Champions League club. There's got to be some reality to it as well. There's got to be patience. There's got to be time needed, because there still is a long way to go and a lot of development and coaching needed. But the rawness and the best thing about him, one of the things I hope Chelsea does, it doesn't make him into a system player. Out of possession, allow him to be that system player. Get him in shape, get him working hard. His defensive aspect is something that he'll need work on as well. I forgot to mention that. He works hard in pressing opponents, but he hasn't got that physicality to make a difference in the tackle, often timing them wrongly. So that's something that will need to be coached into him. Out of possession, you can make him into a system player, get him in the right shape, closing off the lines, etc. But in possession, allow him to be himself. Don't compare him to Neymar. Don't compare him to Messi, because Estevão will have an Estevão future. But thanks very much for watching, guys. This video was done a little bit different to my other ones where I made notes, and this one was a little bit more thinking on the spot. So I hope you've enjoyed this style of video, because you get to know more about my personality as well. And hopefully you enjoyed this style of video. Maybe I can blend the two, I don't know. But drop us a comment in the below. Let us know what you think. And let us know what kind of video you prefer moving forward. And any players you want us to review, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much.